Hello, everyone. It might be a little bit loud. I am airing the house for the first time this year. It's incredible. It's not even March, and there's sun, and I hate it, and it's warm inside, and I need a hot water bottle, so I'm gonna be sweating. I'm smelly. I should have washed my hair. Don't look at me. Don't look at me today. I'm disgusting. So no, I'm not having a good time. Hello. I hate this. I get actually upset about the sun, and it's not even March. What is this? Hi, yes, good to see you too. Long time no see. I'll take a sip of water. Yes, thank you. I need it. Stupid painkillers. Winston, I just, I'm dying. Winston went berserk just now, like actually, and it was really funny. uh, I couldn't go for a walk this morning because I had too much pain, and that's just not safe if I'm in too much pain and on painkillers. And if I can't respond too quickly, so I had to not go for a walk in the morning. I hope maybe we can go a little later. I've had the second dose of painkillers, which should be kicking in a little bit better around now, actually, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, So yeah, I had a really good laugh just now because that cat is really silly. Also, who and where did someone send me little outcrops for emotes of the kitties? Because I completely forgot about that. I just remembered, thanks to Loop, hi Loop, that someone had got out emotes of the kitties for me, and it completely slipped my mind. So I'm so sorry. I could use that. I might try to make some emotes when I'm done with what I want to do today because I was editing video for the first Hermit Road Trip book. Let's see. Hi, Keller. The sun is, as in the paper, is here, or the way you light up the world. Oh, thank you, Kevlar. Nah, I mean literal sun. I hate it. I hate it. Uh, and there's not a cloud in the sky. It's so upsetting. It's not even March. I cannot believe the world is doing this to me. Why is the world doing this to me? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't like it. Hi, Millis. How are you doing? And yeah, it's hot, but also like the stupid hot water bottle makes me even more hot. And I realized that the shirt that I'm wearing really needs to be thrown into it's disgusting, just like I am today. I didn't really think about all the consequences of deciding to not wash my hair, but now I feel like a hobo, but a voluntary one, so it's fine. I'll send it over here, Erin. Yesterday was great. Yesterday it was foggy and there was like a misty rain, and it was gloomy. And today is just complete whiplash. Oh, don't you snow me, Miles? Isn't there like an actual snowstorm in New York City? Did I observe that correctly? Because how is that fair? How is that fair? Blue skies make you anxious as well, Kevlar? Okay, good. Because I feel not okay. I'm very upset about so much blue sky. I need clouds. It's boring for one, but two, I need clouds to hide the sun. Don't do this, Winston. No, no. You can go crazy yourself. He's so funny lately. Hi Storm. How are you doing today? So I was trying to start to make sense of the Hermit Road Trip first video. Um, we'll see how it goes. We would love Ireland. She could come visit anytime. I would love to, Kevlar. I think it's beautiful. And I found, I don't know what they're called. I found a band that makes music, and they, oh, what is the original language? What's it called? They sing in their actual language. I love that. I love that there are so many um, artists that are embracing and fully empowering themselves through their actual original culture. I feel like that's a great way to resist non-violently and indirectly. It's amazing. I love it. I when I was a teenager, I wanted to. How do you pronounce it though? I'm afraid to say it. Gaelic. Um, I wanted to learn that because of Lord of the Rings. It's too loud, isn't it? Should I close the window here because it's a bit loud today? I have to say. I said it right. Oh, that's amazing. I'm impressed with myself. I wanted to learn that so bad, thanks to Lord of the Rings, but you know, that was when I was a teenager and there was no Duolingo back then. And I am using Ling now, but I'm afraid that it's not free. I'm not sure. Maybe it's only the first few chapters that are free. And I looked at the price, and it's hella expensive. Now I don't mind that it's that expensive because I am not getting ads. Am I? I'm not sure because I blocked that out. But the Ling is Duolingo, except they don't use AI. They use actual people to record the spoken parts, and it's been lovely so far. It's just a bit annoying that I had to start over. I mean, you don't have to, but you know, autistic, so I started at the beginning. But I'm afraid that at some point I'm gonna have to pay like $20 a month and Gaelic. Yeah, I wanted to learn that so badly, and I also follow Penny. What is her full name? That girl, that Scottish girl, that does a Scottish word of the day. I love her. She is amazing, and her hair is to die for. So, I mean, it's not that it's actually sticking, but I just love to admire people's actual cultures. I think that it's amazing that we can connect with each other through English. I think it's wonderful, but also we should not let go of our original culture and language, and that would be a shame, right? There's a band called Kneecap who rap in Irish. Oh my god, that's too much. I don't think I can do that. I'm gonna try to listen to a bit of the music of that. I don't know the name of the band that I found. I just stumbled across them, and I think they got my attention mostly because they said they tried. The caption said something along the lines of they tried to kill our language and now we sing in it or something. I'm not sure. Um, Hi, Blue. Hi, Iguana. Kneecap movie. There's tiny little chickadees. I don't know where the parents are, but I feel like they're starting. Oh no! There's also an ant on my window. Oh, this is not good. This is spring in full swing. I don't like it. I need a few more weeks of winter, please. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. Okay. Um, I have one streamer friend who streams music and has a dozen songs in Irish. I wish I could. I wish I could. You know what? I realized that I don't really know the lyrics to any song after I turned like 25. I think I stopped actually listening to lyrics and music, really, aside from a few very select artists. And even then, it's only the old music. Though Dermot Kennedy is coming out with a new album in a few weeks, I think, which I'm looking forward to very much. I think he's great. I remember when he first started to become famous, And people had trouble with his name, and I to this day do not understand what is so difficult about Dermot Kennedy. Uh, I don't think he comes anywhere I can go though. I don't think he'll come anywhere where I would feel comfortable. Hello? Want to know when? Weight of the Woods with an S or not? It's cut off. The title alone, Woods, the Weight of the Woods. The title alone of this album has me hooked. I'm gonna love this. I just know it. No, he's not gonna come anywhere close. I'm not going to Amsterdam. I'm not. I'm not going to Amsterdam. He has such a good voice, don't you think, Kevlar? Which one? Which one? What's the name of the new song? It is nice to have like a breeze inside the house. I don't do it when it's a little bit colder because of Toos. Toos is a baby, and I need to tuck her in as is. So, but because it's sun, and this is the only way I can deal. I need some breeze to make up for all the sunlight. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, I lost chat. I've got tickets to see him at the soccer stadium in July. Oh yes, yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. I was teased. I thought that the album was already out, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Hello? Wait, what? Oh, March 27th. Jeez, that's not a few weeks. That yeah, that's a long way away, especially with the way things are going in 26. Though I have to say, this month went by a little bit quicker, but that's probably because I was in my head a lot. Um, but that is going to take forever, like over a month. I'm disappointed. He's been teasing so much on Instagram, so that's probably why I think the album is going to come out really soon because I keep seeing these promotional videos for the tour and the album. So every time I'm just like, oh, is it out yet? I want to listen. No, it's not. It's not. You're just teasing. Just teasing. I love the concept, and I do feel like that Dermot Kennedy is one of those artists that it's probably not going to disappoint me ever. I'm afraid. He's such a good voice. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I've never tried to keep stream running and edit. I wanted to do that Monday, so we'll see. I'm going to try to edit the first video for the Hermit Road Trip so I can also continue reading because I do want to try again. Um, Aaron, wait, Aaron, are you there? I'm afraid I'm gonna have to DNF Neon Gods. I can't deal. I can't deal. Yesterday, I thought I need to stop reading about serious things. I need to stop. I need to calm down my mind. And all the books I'm currently reading, aside from this one, is about like sad psychology and racism and suppression. And I thought, you know what? I need to stop. I need to give Neon Gods a go for now and go to sleep. But I open it up. I open it up, and the first sentence I read has like a synonym for kitty, and I'm just like no, I'm out. I don't think I can deal. I want to try one more time later, but it's not even. I'm at page 142 of 461, but like coming from why eating meat is in a way um, symbolic for the suppression of all humans, to then go to that loop. I agree. It doesn't sound bad at all. I have to say that so far it's fine. But I am now officially entering smut territory, and I'm not a fan of that to begin with. But especially compared to the Hades and Persephone retelling, was supposed to be a retelling that I read last year. That was horrible. It was horrible. I don't know how I got through it, but I did, and I hated it. This is a lot better. That's true. But also, I just don't think my brain is going to be able to deal with it. Winston, 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 Winnie, Winnie, no, no, Winnie, hello? Don't ignore me. Sir, hi. I made a clip of what happened yesterday. Yesterday he fell, remember, if you were here? Winston. I didn't notice that he was actually climbing the shelf. I didn't realize, and I wanted to see what happened, and I clipped it. So if you're curious about the falling, I clipped it. Silly kitty. This is why I need to keep an eye on him when he's being a monkey bean. What are you doing? Can you get off? Hold on, because he's gonna. If you jump up there, there's a TV there. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I'll live through her experience. The smut stuff. Erin's experience. I mean, that's probably for the best. I don't know how bad it gets. I have to ask her. Hold on. Oh, I am really considering getting one of those boxing bags, because I think that would be amazing when I'm in pain. Oh dear Lord. Um, yeah, like I said, it's not bad. It's probably just not the right time for me, and I don't want this to become a hate read. Winston, sir, you are not allowed to do that. Winston is able to open doors, so that's great. But I'm not gonna read this today. And the thing is, I have a few more very serious books coming up, like the assassination of Fred Hampton. Um, I don't want to say the word, but like this is what I have in my TBR. Um, I also I don't think I'm gonna continue with Joan Didion. I need to do research on her, because I don't understand what the hype is, where the hype is coming from when it comes to Joan Didion. So maybe it's me. Maybe again it's not the time to read it. And where is it? Just to show you where my mind is at, what I want to read, and it doesn't. Um, oh, you can't read the subtitle, but this is about the commodification of women in the movie scene. So I think smut is just a little bit too casual for me at the moment. I have a lot of other books that I do want to read that are not necessarily smut, but I think that Neon Gods is more smut than anything else. I'll have to ask though. But today I will be working on the video for the Hermit Road Trip. I swear, if you fall over there again, I don't know what to say, but it's not my fault. Hey, Lardy. Wait, what did you say? That's an interesting take on Bob Marley. The sun is shining, the weather. Because I had no clue that was a quote. I hate it. No, 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 no. Enjoy your lurk. Probably a pretty healthy outlet for when you feel overwhelmed, like you have in some recent times. Yeah, I've been thinking about it quite a lot, but they're not cheap, are they? Why would they be? Um, like at some point, a pillow is just not gonna cut it anymore. When the anger keeps building. Now I've got a few mental solutions as well. I will decline from sharing those with you because I might get cancelled if I say some things out loud. But it's not gonna cut it anymore. I need something more drastic. It's okay. It's okay. It was really bad this morning, which is why we didn't go for a walk. The second dose is kicking in. I'm just gonna distract myself with editing. So in about 2 minutes, I'm gonna mute myself and I will turn on the timer for 30 minutes. We'll do a sprint and we'll do a power hour and then we'll have a little chat and we'll see how it went for today. And I think, oh yes, that means also if you have a little bit of time on your hands, you might want to think about a book to submit for the book club because the coming Sunday we're going to do the raffle for April. Why won't my brain just say what month? It's stupid. Coming Sunday, we'll do the raffle for April, and if you want your book to be considered, or have a shot at your book being picked from the submission jar, you should probably submit your books through the channel points. You can also go to my YouTube channel and find one of the Google Sheets because I also have Google Sheets. If you think of something outside of stream, I don't think you're able to submit anything through channel points because I think the Siri bot closes down everything, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Hi, Lulu. But it's not. I'm kind of unable to take a break from heavy topics. It's just it's frustrating to try and distract myself. It has been more comforting to immerse myself in the subjects than it has been to try and distract myself. Oh, Lulu, you can have all spring. I don't want it. I'm upset. I'm upset that it's spring and that it's sun and I want rain and storm and snow. But alas, we'll just have to do with this. Okay, I will be trying to edit. Let me know if stream is starting to glitch. I just saw my first butterfly of the year. That is pretty. I do like that. Well, fine, we'll compromise. Let me know if stream isn't dealing if it starts to glitch in any way, shape, or form. I know it's not connected, but everything about me is elderly. All right. So let me know if something goes wrong. Stay in chat if that is what you need today. But I will be muting myself for the coming 30 minutes and trying to work. Good luck. I'll see you in 30 minutes. Last minute. Oh, shit. Sorry. Sorry. Welcome back. The sun is currently in a very annoying place, and I am being attacked by reflections. I'm going insane. Also, look, I messed up my hot water bottle. I accidentally left it against the boiler. I feel like I should probably just invest in a microwave at this point, even though I'm afraid that it will make me lazy when it comes to heating up food. I heat up my food through just, actually putting it in a pan at the moment, but I think I need a microwave. Okay, I've already. It's really busy outside. It's stressing me out, and it's also very awkward to look at myself while streaming. I have to say, it's a bit uncomfortable, but I think it's working, which is great because that will save me some extra screen time. No, that doesn't make sense. If I'm not streaming, I genuinely try to stay away from screens as much as possible. And when I'm editing, I know what I'm going to do. But with this, the thing is, I don't know what I'm doing with this project. I have never made a reading vlog. Chickadee is looking at me, and I don't know why. So the whole process of this is just awkward in general. Like the things I filmed and the way I'm talking to myself and how I'm processing, it's just stupid. And I'm trying so hard to just be normal and pretend that I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. And yeah, it's amusing, I guess. Hi, Ghost in the Latte. Um, Hi, Jungus. So the sun is currently in a very particular position, and because there's a road over there, um, uh, because of the, you know, science, the reflections of the cars are currently exactly in my face, and that is upsetting. But it should be over in like half an hour. Oh, shh, don't make noise when I'm not editing. Mm, and I really get upset about the sunlight. It's not just because it's bright, but I don't know. It makes me feel manic, especially when I'm already in pain. So I already feel violent. I don't think it's lazy to heat up food in a microwave is cost efficient. This is true, Chungus. I don't know. I'm afraid that I'll get lazy and that I'll get like. Please let me know if it's too loud because it's really busy. I don't understand. It's never this busy on that road. It's the sun. I swear, it's the sun. It brings people out, and I don't like it. I need people to stay inside. Uh, no, it's not calmer today, Lulu. It's doable. I am fully on painkillers, so it's making me a bit loopy. Sorry, loop. It's making me feel a little bit loopy. But also, I've been working this morning, and I'm just a bit stressed out in general. Let me just say that, which is why I want to try to work on this video, to direct my brain in a different direction because at the moment I'm really only reading very serious books, and I want to. This is what I feel like I need because I need confirmation that what I feel and think is not insane, and actually the response of the people around me is off, and I need help with the processing. He's trying to open the front door of my feelings of what is going on from. Listen, hello. He's not. Um, and these books are helping me. So the book about Malcolm X and Not That Bad, Conspiracy Against the Human Race, and the Sexual Politics of Meat. All those books are, in a way, helping me stay sane. But also, I'm in pain now, and I want to really badly be angry, but also, I know that if I'm in a normal state of mind, I don't want to be angry. That's not who I am. So it's just the everything on top of each other is at the moment making me feel like I wanna punch a bag, you know, trying to mutate it into laughing and having dark fun, I guess. But yeah, I am doing my very best to try to distract myself a little bit. The problem is I'm also going to enter Fred Hampton territory, which is really what was the catalyst for my research. This book is actually what brought me to eventually, well, finally pick up the autobiography of Malcolm X, and which is and the reason why I have the Fred Hampton ebook ready to be read as well. That is because of this book, which is really ironic, which is why I stopped working on this. But I want to continue. Fred Hampton was mentioned in passing. And Winston is doing his very best to be comedic relief as well. You know how sometimes you're just on the verge of on the verge between laughing and crying. That's kind of how I feel. Winnie, don't hurt yourself though, okay? Hi, Rico. You'll what? I can't just decide to microwave my uterus on a whim. Why not, Wisdom? Give me a good reason why. What is happening? Oh no, I'm gonna choke on myself. The sunshine makes the cats want to play outside too. Well, Toos is absolutely not impressed. Winston is just, well, I couldn't go for a walk this morning because I was in too much pain. I hope that I feel well enough to go a little later, but this morning I couldn't risk it. So he is a little bit upset that we didn't go on a walk, and he's currently trying to open the front door on his own. Thing is, he really can go outside on his own, not just because I don't trust this neighborhood, but he would get himself stuck in a tree immediately. The amount of times that I need to save him when we go on walks is really stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing. He gets himself stuck immediately in the first 10 minutes. He gets himself in trouble, and then he'll start yelling at me, and I have to help him, and then he dares swat at me as well, as if I'm the one who got him stuck in the first place. No, sir. No, sir. And now I have proof. Now I'll have proof because I've been filming, so I can show him when we get back home. Like, sir, it was you. Do not get violent with me. Me too, Riku. Me too. What? He's going to tell. What? We'll try later, okay? When I have my third dose of painkillers, I'll hopefully feel better. It's insane that it takes 300 milligrams of very heavy duty painkillers, but here we are. I'll just remind myself that in a few years we'll have a solution to the endometriosis, right? Am I glad that I didn't, I should have washed my hair. I'm so sorry. I feel disgusting. That I didn't respond to the threats that I got from my gynecologist, because here we are. Solution is on the way. All right, we're going into a power hour. Microwaving your uterus will generate popping sounds with no apparent source of origin. This can affect a cyclist's wisdom. I don't know how you come up with this stuff, but it's amazing. I read my Westeros comment again and realized my tired brain derped. It's not inverse of the stress. I meant the same stress. Okay, I don't know what that was about anymore. I can, and I can't shut up about it. Then I have to bring awareness to it, so you know that I know. Okay, we're going into a power hour. I am trying to edit a video. I mean, it's going well, but I'm gonna be so nervous about publishing this first Hermit Road trip video, because I feel like it's really not going well. Did I skip it? Hold on, I'll go back. Your brain is tired. We were talking about microwaves. Because I have one of those cherry pit bags that you can heat up for your, and that it is also a lot more effective because it stays hot longer. But I don't have a microwave. Uh, I mean, you can't smell me. That's a good thing, because I'm sure I smell as well. So, you know, just so you know, I'm stinky today. Okay, the point of the power hour is to try and practice flow. And the key word here is practice. And what is the practice? It's not actually the focus part, it's actually the starting part. Because starting is often the hardest part of any task. And once you are starting, you could just keep going. It's called the no, that's the other one. If you don't do anything, you will probably not do anything forever. That is called the law of inertia, I think, but I don't know what the opposite is. Ah, I am going to mute myself so you don't hear me talk to Winston. Good luck. I do keep an eye on chat, but if I get into a zone for a little bit, please excuse me, because I do enjoy editing quite a lot, even if I don't like looking at my face today. Anyway, good luck. I'll see you in an hour. Last minute. Welcome back. I'm trying to process. I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. um, it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. I just have to get used to this, all of this, filming myself and I'm reading. I look so silly, but I guess that's a good comedic relief. Oh, Lulu. I mean, it's, getting my hands on English books in the Netherlands is just a nightmare. It's a nightmare. We really don't have any good bookstores to begin with, and to ask for an English department is basically asking to be laughed at. There's only a few stores. I know the only reason I go to Amsterdam every once in a while is because there's a Waterstones there. Is literally the only reason why you could tempt me to go to Amsterdam, because I don't need to be there at all. And in the rest of the country, I remember in one of the towns I lived at, they were very proud of their English selection, and I was really impressed too, but like not on a personal level. Just the fact that they had English books was impressive, and that they had a section at all, because 9 out of 10 times they just look at you like you're insane if you can find a bookstore at all. But I did listen to CPTSD, From Surviving to Thriving, for the first time as well. So with that one, in case I haven't, because I'm not sure if I already, if maybe we talked about this already, but I swear by Pete Walker's book because it changed my life. But I do have to say that it did break me, kind of. But I actually have CPTSD. I don't know to what degree it might apply to you as well, but I feel like there's a lot of tools in there that can be helpful for anyone, especially if there's trauma involved, yes. But I feel like if only to understand other people, because who is not traumatized these days? Everyone has a little bit of trauma at the very least, and I think if only for that reason, it's a super valuable book, because it helps you understand why some people respond the way they do. But honestly, I think that everyone can get a few tools out of that book. And when I started listening to it, I cried so much, and it took a long time to get through. That is a book for which you really need to take your time. And the moment you feel like you need to cry, you need to put it down, and you need to go cry, because you need to. There's something there, and you really need to feel it. You shouldn't rush through that book. You should really take it as you feel it. And it's interesting that you can only listen to it, because I do feel like it gave a different experience to have someone tell you that you have permission to feel a certain way, as opposed to reading it yourself. Does that make sense? For me, that made a huge impact, to have someone tell me certain things that are taught in that book. So you might actually have a lot of views to be forced to listen to it instead of reading it. Let me know how it goes. I would love to hear about it, because I love that book. It's one of my most important books ever. Hi Phil, how are you doing? And hello Avgaz. Oh, sorry. Can you say hello to Luce, please? I saw her tail earlier. Tusha, Avgaz says hello to Luce. She's bathing. She's a bit busy. What do you mean, Riku? My kitties? They do it silently. They know how to do it. Oh, before I forget, I think the baby chickadee just came and sang for me because it made it gave me the most beautiful tiny little serenade, and it was eating because there's a feeder in front of me, but it kept looking at me, and I never heard it sing like that. Not near me, like in the forest. I'll hear these songs, but I've never heard any of them do that. Like in my face, I think I was serenaded by a baby chickadee, and I will die for him now. It was adorable. I can't forget about that. Because I want to see if I maybe have some footage from it from the outside. I don't think so, but I might. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to share that. I hate color lock. I hate the sun, and I wish that was an exaggeration, but I do. I do not vibe with sunshine. I'm already upset. I think I might make another kebab and bacon filled pita bucket and then go take a nap. I'm so goddamn tired. Chungus, that sounds delicious. You know that making pita bread yourself is really easy. I found out last week, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't know it was that easy. You need like four ingredients, and there's not a lot of waiting time, and it's delicious. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. What about university for books? What do you mean? Universities for books? Universities for books? I do not understand. Would you need the same solution as me? Momox? Or oh, we have Momox over here as well, Lulu. Actually, um, and I am trying to make the switch because I too am guilty of being used to order a book and having it in my house the next day. But I want to try and make an effort to go into the city a little bit more. It's just that I really don't like going to any city. And as much as I love access to the library, and I've used the library as, and I've approached that as we used to go to the library without internet. You just go and pick something that looks interesting, right? But when it comes to books that I quote unquote need for YouTube or just in general for research regarding, for example, the Fred Hampton stuff. Even the big libraries in the Netherlands that have really good English selections don't have any of the books that I have wanted to borrow. So I want to go to a few bookstores that I do know hold English selections, but I'm gonna see if I can kind of uh, um, if they're willing to order on demand, if that makes sense. So I can support local book, like actually local bookstores like that. But I don't know if that's gonna work because it takes a lot of energy for me to go to the city, and there's a lot of hurdles that I would have to jump to make that work. Um, so I'll have to see. And also, I'm taking a lot of things on at once, so it might have to wait. But I try not to order through Amazon too much. And when I do, I try to buy secondhand at the moment. The thing is, I do want to support authors as well, right? So buying secondhand, that's great for the environment, and that's great for not putting more money in pockets that really don't need it. But also, I would like authors to be able to eat and pay rent. So it's difficult. It's difficult to weigh that, you know. But I don't mind being uncomfortable if that means I um, do what little I can to change the world, to make sure that I do my part when it comes to moving into a direction that I want the world to go in general. If I have to do it myself as well, right? So I don't know. I'll try. I'll try. And it's gonna take a moment. Oh, hold on. My reward queue has been hidden all this time. I hope nothing came in. Oh no! Someone was put in the corner. I was put in the corner. Oh no. Oh well, I'm already, so that's okay. I have several CPTSDs and several PTSDs, so it should apply. Oh, okay. I think I missed that particular. I thought it was really more OCD related. But yeah, that book, Pete Walker, is amazing, and I highly, highly recommend it. Really. But again, be careful with it. Don't push yourself through it. If it's too much, put it away. It took me months to get through, and I listened to it. So, um, like Frank Ochberg's book on trauma. I don't recognize that name. You're very lucky to have Chickadee sing so. He's so tiny, and I swear he kept looking at me. He sat there for at least a full minute. I thought I was gonna die. It's just tiny, tiny little Chickadee. And now I'm even more sure that they follow me in the forest. I'm really sure that it must be the same flock. It has to be. I don't know. It has to be. Never going to find the ebook, but since you also recommended it, I'll set it ahead on my TBR. I feel that, Lulu. I feel that. If something has been kind of haunting me and someone else if it brings it up, I feel like, okay, well, it has to be a sign. Oh no, Chunkus, what do you mean? What do you mean? I made them for the first time last week, and I was like, I was upset at how easy it was. What do you, wait, what is going wrong? They're not that hard to make, right? Maybe it was just a beginner's luck. Maybe I'll try again this week, and I'll tell you if it was beginner's luck. Because it's yeah, I do eat a lot of vegan, like shawarma, easy meals, and I used to buy that stuff, but I've been making my own. Well, I used to do that, always make things from scratch. Pretty much every bread kind, naan. What's the Italian stuff called? Piadina. And was the bread. I used to make all of those, and last week I was really, I needed to process a lot, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make bread thingies. So I made sweet bread, I made pitas, I made flatbreads, which is a really productive way to get some aggression out, right? By kneading. I do recommend. Uh, Oh, okay. Messing up pita bread so many times that it just don't bother making them anymore. Wait, it felt like it was easy. I'm so sorry, Chungus. It was beginner's luck. It was just beginner's luck. I love singing birds. Like, please, other people need to post their poems because I got an ode to birds to post, but I don't wish to submerge the channel all myself. You are very much welcome to submerge the whole channel to yourself, Lulu. I welcome it. Don't you worry about that. Winston, please, please, I beg of you. I am still an hour away from my painkillers, and it's not going well. It's not going well. Oh no. The city has PPL, and the PPL people. What? I'm listening. Yeah, you can talk. I'll listen. I have time. I'm a bit nauseous, but I'll listen. Was that it? That was it. Okay. I don't know what to do with the information. Sorry. You'll have to help yourself. um, And they look like you're like an alien for asking such bugs. Might as well order online. Yeah, I feel that so much, Lulu. But you know what? I'm getting over that. Like I really don't care, especially if it's and I really don't mean to offend anyone, but as a neurodivergent person, I am losing all the fucks I had for neurotypical people because you know what? I've spent a lifetime trying to adjust, and I am not getting anything in return. So why am I trying? Why am I trying? You know what? I'm just gonna be not. That's it. That's the whole sentence. And it's a relief. I mean, I'm not actually rude. I will respond, but also, yeah, I'm not actually putting in the effort that I used to because it's just not worth it. People are mean, people are petty, people are childish, and they, I don't get it. Everyone is going mad, and I just want to be a forest fairy. That's all. Focaccia, that's it. Thank you. And ciabatta, Emily. Thank you. Hi there. You have a 20 stream streak. Oh my god. You are very much on time. How are you doing, Millie? I want to tip a hat now as well. Any bread I touch, I freaking overwork, even when I'm not needing the effort by hand. I've been a couple of that were a total disaster, but generally speaking, should not be allowed in a bakery. Chungus, now I kind of could you start like a YouTube channel or something because I love that. I actually love that. It's a skill. If you keep messing up, that's a skill. I wouldn't be able to do that. Does it make sense? Winston, Roderick Worldgate, stop it! Do I have a pen? I'm gonna throw something at him. Well, over him so he gets distracted. It's a good way to get rid of some energy, to need some bread. Dr. Frank Ackberg is a pioneer in the study and treatment of post-traumatic stress disorder, which he believes should be renamed post-traumatic stress injury. The book I read, very triggering, so be careful if you get it, is Post-Traumatic Therapy and Victims Over Violence, and also known, it's written first for a therapist, but I like to go like that to the source. Yeah, same. I don't need the language to be flowery and yeah, I need to put the child lock on my cabinet because he's being a baby. That's fine. I'll just lock it if you can't behave. That's why we got the locks. Yeah, yes we did. All right. Oh no, I didn't. I'm losing words again. Insanity. Yeah, it's the wrong cat. Tusha is sleeping. I'm going to. I hadn't heard about this. I mean, I've been thinking a lot about CPTSD as well, and it's really the prologue of a theory. So don't take what I'm going to say now too seriously, but I have been wondering a lot about what it actually means to be diagnosed with a with CPTSD, with complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which is generally something that is a result of a pretty severely traumatic childhood, prolonged abuse, neglect, that stuff. And I wonder how that see, this is why I say it's a prologue to a theory, because I really haven't had time to dive into it, but it's on a back burner. Mental illness has been used against women forever, and not just women, but just minorities and just people who are fragile and easily used. I'm wondering what would happen if we start to unravel CPTSD and its symptoms with the thought that maybe your body is just more aware of actual danger. Now, there's a lot of gray here. I understand that because being triggered isn't always reasonable, but I am wondering if you are able to distinguish between when your response is because your doorbell is going off, and when your doorbell is going off but someone on the other side of the door is actually a threat. I wonder if there is actually a divide where the illness of it all stops being an illness and starts being an asset. And that's really all I can say about it, because I really haven't thought about it more than, wait, what mental illness is being weaponized against, has always been weaponized against women and people who are just fragile and minorities. And yeah. Winston, you're stressing me out. You can't open it. I locked it. He's still trying. And the thing is, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there that he wants. He just wants attention. Winnie! He's so cute though. I'm just worried that he'll hurt himself. You're cute. Yeah, you're very cute. Here, do you want to play with this one? He prefers plastic, unfortunately. Did any of that make any sense? Despite the early spring weather, yeah, Millie, I'm not. I hate it. I hate it too. I'm so upset. I'm triggered. Speaking of which, Winston, can you just behave? What is this? Yeah, you should look guilty. That's the spirit. Winnie, no! Get off your sister! Do not look at me like that. Just behave. Just a little bit. Thank you. Here, you're a good boy. Sweeps tail violently. You're a good boy. You can behave. Just a little longer, because I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my words. Just a little longer, and then I'm all yours again, all right? And Toos, but we all know who wins. If you got no more F's to give, you know what else you can do in the same goal? No more unnecessary apologies. No, Lulu, never, never. Because I am so sorry. To exist. Oh. Oh! Oh, I want to go. I want to go to the Cutting Club as well, but there is none to be had in my neighborhood, and I just don't. I don't want to be around people. Oh, it's really starting to become a little bit of a problem. Just a little bit, not necessarily for me, but for life in general. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a good cook. I've cooked some pretty sophisticated meals in my life, but baking just doesn't work. It's a thing, I know. My freaking sister is a former baker, 16 years experience. I've literally stuck next to her and tried to bake the exact same thing as her and still ended up with an overworked dough that didn't rise right, didn't develop gluten right, didn't get those lovely large gas bubbles. Do you have cold hands? Is that it? Because I realized that the reason my apple pie is really good is, oh no, I don't remember because it's been too long, was really good, was because of the temperature of my hands. And I either had to heat them up or cool them down. I'm not sure which one it was. The term in French for CBTZ comes from Briscoe's friends still hasn't upgraded. Are you joking? Yeah, the main difference between single event and prolonged sustains of repeated traumas, especially when there's a power imbalance between the traumatized and traumatized. I've wondered as well about these factors of CPTSD and traumatizing women over millennia. Yeah, It's I don't know. And because it's just used against you. The moment you get one of those labels, people just don't listen to you, even if it's if you're really serious, something is really happening. And just because I also have a overly sensitive nervous system doesn't mean that what I'm observing and telling you isn't true. But for a lot of people, it's reason to just write it off. That is kind of dangerous as well. Exactly, Lulu. He's a good boy when he wants to be. There's probably some rational base for irrational fear, so sometimes it will be an asset. The problem is that they get muddled. Yeah, and that's why I wonder if but if we, because I think I am starting to see, well, feel the difference between when it's being triggered because my bell is going off, and when I am going out and about and my body is triggered because there's actually danger, and my subconscious is just more aware of it because I have CPTSD, except in that case it's not necessarily triggered, it's awareness. I need to think about this a little bit more and maybe not be on painkillers. And I wonder if because the conclusion has been made, it's CPTSD, you have a broken, you have a panic disorder, you have a broken nervous system, thus every time you are triggered, you're triggered. And that stops research into, yeah, but when does it flip from reasonable to unreasonable? Because I really do feel like there's a difference, and maybe it's actually a bit of a superpower once you are able to differentiate between the two. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it, Jungus. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense with the gluten thing. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes people just can't bake. It is a thing. I know. So I'm sorry about the pita, but they're easy. Almost 1 degree higher than average. So do you like summer or do you hate summer? I mean, people are not always the greatest. It's so silly because I love humans when they're silly. Humans can be so adorable when they're just frolicking and don't care about money and status and when I don't know, people can be so wholesome, but then you have like society and it just sucks. I don't know. But it's not me. That's what I do know. And that is also helping a lot. That I'm finally learning. No, it's not me. It's really all of you. It's not me. And I won't let anyone tell me otherwise anymore. I don't care. The big thing that happens in regards to that is, first of all, the naming of irrational goes with the same misogyny of women hysterics. Yes! It's not irrational to be afraid when you keep getting hurt, you know? Yeah, exactly. And when you are victimized, it makes you vulnerable until you learn how to not be perceived as vulnerable. It's just the fact that once something has happened, those who have bad intentions, they can see it. They know what to look for. And that is also something that people who are not traumatized or have not been in dangerous situations, they can't imagine that because it has never happened to them. So why do you keep being why do you end up in the same stupid situations? Like, I don't know. I'm trying really hard not to, but they find me. Oh, hysteria is a very interesting topic as well, because that was basically just invented to put women in asylums. And the solution, do you know the solution to hysteria? What doctors ended up doing to fix hysteria? It's a it's so funny to me because I feel like the sentence is never finished. Oh, no pun intended there. Oh, sorry. Mm. No, not themselves. You had to go to the doctor, Chungas. Doctors were stimulating women all day. Uh, but what never what is never added to that is that means that their husband weren't their husbands just weren't satisfying them. That's what that means. But you don't hear that. You just hear that the women had to be helped for some release, but you don't know this loop. Oh god, there's a very funny movie about the invention of the vibrator that has Hugh Dancy in it, and it's really funny. Yeah, women who were diagnosed with hysteria were given the gasm by doctors, and it was so tiring for the doctors that they ended up inventing the vibrator, which was originally a electronic duster, but because of the movement, I guess they ended up using it to fix hysteria. But the thing remains, what is never added when people talk about the solution to hysteria being stimulated, so the women had relief, is the fact that the husbands were not satisfying them to begin with. And I think that says it all. The fact that it's not added says everything you need to know. I'm sorry, but I think that's hilarious. And also I love Hugh Dancy, so that helps. It's a really funny movie. Mm. Doctors were getting overworked and stressed from making women coups. Yeah. No, I can't say too much. I'm gonna upset people. But yeah, so the more you know, Luke. It was also one of the first movies I saw with Hugh Dancy. Um, it was a girls' night actually, when I was in my 20s and had interesting friends. It's one of my favorite facts of the 20th century. You should look up the illustrations they made about this of depressed doctors that were just desperate at some point because these women kept coming back to the doctors for to be treated for hysteria. Well, anyway, I don't know about you, but I was able to edit uh, 10 minutes of video, which is honestly not that bad. I didn't think it would be that much. I still have a few videos to work through. Uh, it only has 4 ratings? Wait, when was this released? Oh, 1988. Right, right. Okay, okay. Um, Thank you for the Ogberg recommendation. I have added it to my TBR. I couldn't just imagine it. Oh, my wrists are so tired. I can't deal with this nonsense anymore. These hysterical. And all because I think at that point they still didn't believe that women could be feel pleasure from intercourse to begin with. So this, I'm so sorry, but the stupidity of these men during those times is really funny to me these days. It really wasn't funny for the women because they did get put into asylums and stuff, but also the gaslighting of they did to themselves to be able to be able to deal with it is just hilarious. It's just hilarious. Like, how come are you? Or maybe they just couldn't bear the thought of having to talk to the husbands and be like, "Yo, you you should do better." But yes, this is how the vibrator was eventually invented, and they started selling it. And if I remember correctly, it was actually an electric duster that was converted into a vibrator. Hi, Torna. Glad to exchange Rex, especially when it comes to books, and even more so in topics we share. Yeah, always give me a recommend. Always tell me about books you loved. You don't need to be invited to. I never mind talking about new books. I need more books. I am. Let me see. How many books do I have on my TBR and Goodreads? I'm pretty proud of it, actually. Um, 1,315 books on my TBR on Goodreads. Oh no, I think it's time to go. The children have come home, and there's a lot of yelling. Yeah, Millie, actually, yes, they're not getting pleasure from me. Must be something wrong with them. No, it's worse. It's worse. They didn't realize that women could be satisfied to begin with. So it was just the mental gymnastics. But considering how men's views on women affairs were back then, I just can't imagine that housewives would actually try to communicate meaningfully with a group of new. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. Not my kids, Jorna. Oh no, just the neighborhood kids. Just the neighborhood kids. Oh gosh, no, no, no. I don't. I don't. I have cats, and that's more than enough for me at this point. Especially Winston. Winston. Speaking of which, what are you doing? Are you okay? He fell yesterday, so he. I mean, I checked his little footsies, and he's okay. But also, he's a bit of a baby. No, and the good doctor was so helpful, honestly. And if you watch the one with Hugh Dancy, I have a huge crush on that man. That man is gorgeous. So, I don't know what it was called, but Hugh Dancy is in a movie about the invention of the vibrator, and I really didn't mind. It's a good movie. Hugh Density, Hugh Density. How dare you? Density. Wait, no, 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 no. I'm doubting myself. You're making me doubt myself. No, that is his name. God dang it. Hugh Dancy. Yeah. Hugh Density. Winston is probably making plans for how to be a better monkey when we go to the forest. I legitimately considered if we could get a cat again soon. Um, if we happen to move into our own place. But A, our child doesn't like animals, and B, I really like sleep. A little sleep I get, yeah. This is, yeah. I mean, there's people who don't let their pets into their bedroom, but I feel like, while I understand if you don't want your pets on your bed, I wonder if those people who don't allow pets into their bedroom understand that really is not natural for pets, especially dogs. Dogs are pack animals, so to separate them, especially during the most vulnerable time of day, which is sleep, is, I feel like, kind of harmful. And I don't mean that in a judgmental way if you don't share your bedroom with your animals, but I feel like there's a fundamental need for pets to be close to their to their housemates during the night, especially. But it could be me. I don't know. That's the only correct spelling. No, Chungus. I'll force you to make pita. I think so many men are still Neanderthalers. Case in point, wolf whistling or unsolicited. Oh yeah, unsolicited DMs of their magic ones. When did a single one respond with, "Oh, it's you. I've been waiting for after such things." I mean, I haven't gotten any of those for some time, but also like, I am genuinely interested in the what do men think when they, for one, make the picture of two. What do you really expect? Genuinely, what is going on in the brain? Is the answer not much? Please don't. Hugh Dancy vibrator movie. It's a thing, Millie. It's a thing. I don't know what it's called. I really don't. My only regret with her pet was that he wasn't in their cat. He only had us to keep him entertained. He had a large family, but he seemed happy for his 14 years when he was alive. If you gave him the love and attention that he needed, I have one inside kitty. Tusha is really an inside kitty. I tried to take her outside when I still had Bo, actually, but she just isn't interested. With Winston, she has been curious, but I know that actually being outside, she's not going to enjoy it, especially not because this town is infested with really only man children who happen to have dogs because they need to be worshipped by something. So it's just dangerous to go outside with her as well, and she wouldn't enjoy it. Winston is a different story. Winston is insane. Winston wants to take a shit outside every once in a while. I don't know. No, actually, he just pees. So I don't know. Some pets really don't need outside time. That is my experience, Jorna. I'm a man, blue-collar worker, trucker, excavators, dozers. I've never catcalled nor wolf whistled. I didn't know wolf whistle was a thing. I also can't whistle like that. Anyone ever is always struck me as stupid. You're one of the good ones. Thank you. Thank you for just being a decent human being, Chungus. Oh, it's called hysteria! No, I should have known. Thank you, Millie. Yeah, that makes sense. The Hugh Dancy vibrator movie is called Hysteria. You've never sent a picture of your Magic Johnson. Okay, good. Thank you for proving that it's possible to just behave. Because sometimes men behave like it's impossible to be civilized. I don't know. Hugh Darcy? That's what happened to my brain just now. I was like, wait, is it Dancy or Darcy? But no, it's Dancy. I had the same thing, Loop. The same thing. I've had a few times where I was catcalled and I just kind of squared up on them and asked them in their face, what do you want from me? And they really have nothing else to add. It's, to me, in a lot of cases, not all of them, but in a lot of cases, it's just a show of power to show that that they can and will intimidate you. Because the moment they are called out on it and you just look them dead in the face, they really have no follow-up. Not actually. I'm just gonna call him Hugh Density from now on. I'm afraid that's gonna stick in my brain as well, Chungus. So yeah, really, I think it's about intimidation. That's what I think. I hear your density. Back to the Future moment. Oh, I don't remember that. That's a long time ago. They don't expect to get anything physical out of it, but they get a kick out of having some control over a woman because they know it makes them uncomfortable. Yeah, exactly. This is what I feel as well. You know, though, this one seems so DUMB. The thing is, I am aware that I have strange eyes. I've been called a witch just for my eyes. So yeah, if I am in the mood and I'm being catcalled on the wrong time, I've done it like a handful of times, and it's very satisfying, I have to say, because they really don't know what to say, and they're just like, oh sorry. Yeah, you better be. I'm about to throw hands. I've helped my gal pals out when they get sent other people's magic charms, and strangely, many of these degenerates have open profiles, so it's really easy to find out who their moms and dads are. After which, my lady friends will forward those pics to the guy's mom and ask if she knows what her son gets up to. Oh, that is genius. I'm going to remember that. Yes, that is, yes, that's genius. It's they're just toddlers. I feel like. What are you doing? Behave. Come on. No, even toddlers have more decency these days. Strange eyes. Yeah, I have. Um. Well, they. I have not ever met anyone with my eyes because they're not necessarily green. There's a lot of weird things happening in there. There's a light brown coffee stain. I have a spot in my eye, and especially in sunlight, the green, the dark green on the outside. I look like a witch. I would have been burned. All right, if I had lived 200 years ago, I wouldn't have made it past 16. I'm pretty sure I would have been dead. No, I don't know that movie. Is it about green eyes? Yes, they can be quite mesmerizing, Jorna, but not when I'm angry. If you're catcalling me and I'm in a mood, uh, I have been made aware that I'm terrifying. I wish I could do it on command, but I really need to be in a certain mood. It really has the circumstances have to be perfect. But yeah, I'll try to practice it. I am a witch. I'm a proud one as well. Hasn't just asked why I'm staring at that cherrypies chicken. What? Is that because she's cute and unfortunately, yeah, this is true. Unfortunately, intelligent too. Who said that being smart as a woman is just is a drama? Anyone who think they're strange or weird or which it's on them their prejudices. I think they're just scared, Lulu. we just I don't mind. I don't mind that. Be scared. Be very scared. I am too. Is calling mommy on though. Honestly, I wish I had thought of that, Chungus. That's genius. I will do that. If ever I get the opportunity, I will do that. I'm gonna call your mom. Say it to your face as well. I'm gonna call your mom on you. If you're gonna behave like a toddler, actually, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. Nah, you were Autobot Millie. It's okay. Our son's eyes are unique. It's like staring into a cup of coffee just after you've added the milk and it's murky and mixture of colors. I love that. I think brown eyes are highly under appreciated. It's about this guy who poses as an artist, but really he is using his wife to paint them and taking the credit. This is a true story! Wait! I heard about this a few days ago. I think that's a true story. And she was vindicated only recently. Yeah, yeah, Jorna knows about it as well. Oh, why do I suck at watching movies? Because sometimes I hear about movies and I'm like, oh, I want to see that, but I never do. I've written it down anyway. Big Eyes was it, right? Jorna, I'm happy that you're here. We need more mothers. It just in the world out there being present, especially those who know something about life, because having only minus 25 influencers being spat out of the algorithm is really demoralizing, and also um, we should start to respect older women more, because I think that's really the only solution forward in the world. But that's just me. So thank you for being here. Oh, oops. You can't send the link. I'm sorry. Is it Tim Burton film? I mean, listen, I've met so many men with dogs when I'm out with Winnie that behave like absolute toddlers. You're just being ridiculous. Behave. Come on. It's not that hard. Oh, I believe that, Jorna. Yeah. Because people should and do change over time, and so do your needs. Yeah, I hope things are changing though, um, but we'll see. I do see a lot more people who don't color their hair when they're getting gray, women at least, um, and I do feel like there's a little bit of a pushback. But it's a bit worrying to see that in the fashion world, the anorexic look is coming back. That is very triggering and it's really unhealthy and it's a very concerning sign of what the media is trying to do with girls again, which is really, in short, making them weak physically, literally making them weak. That's not good. I call for eating healthy and what you want so that you don't overeat because you are not allowing yourself to have a piece of pie every once in a while, you know? I don't know. Erin, what's happening? I've never dyed my hair. Good! All the grays. I mean, if wait, hold on. If you do want to for yourself, if you want to dye your hair, do that. But there's so many women who have been doing that just to please men, just to attempt to try and look younger than they are. And aging can be so beautiful if you don't allow society to shame you for it. In fact, I think the older I get, the more impressed I am with making it another year. And I think aging is a huge privilege. But if you really don't like having gray hair, by all means do what feels good for you. But that's it. Do what feels good for you, and not because you see people on social media or because you turn out to have really bad friends that are mocking you or shaming you, or maybe your relationship is telling you that they don't want to be seen with you if you're those are the wrong reasons. If you want because I saw a picture of a girl with unicorn hair, and every time I see unicorn colored hair I'm like, oh, I do like that a lot, but I hate the process of dyeing my hair, so I just don't. I want it to be white. I yeah. So wait, my gray hair. It's not fair. I'm so sorry, Aaron. Yeah, you have to wait. I'm lucky. I'm lucky, but some people have to wait until they're actually old. But also, I'm so jealous of your hair. I live through vicariously through Aaron, and Aaron lives vicariously. Is that even the word? Through me when it comes to my gray hair. I want hair. What do you mean, Millie? What do you mean? At first, when I got gray hair, I did get they dyed pink, purple, blue, and then those became too expensive. I did just black, and then gave up on that and accepted my gray hair. Now I'm about 80% gray. I love it, Lulu. I love it. It's all about how you carry yourself, which is, it sounds cliche and it sounds really stupid, but it's cliche for a reason. If you are comfortable with yourself, you'll look good in a potato sack. But I started dyeing it because my then boyfriend was ashamed of it, and you know, didn't want him to be ashamed of me, so I dyed it. But then the relationship ended, and I was like, I hate this. I hate having to dye it, and the stress because I dyed it brown. Within a week, you could see the gray coming back, and it looks like you're balding in that case. So I just stopped, and ever since of course, I have days where I think I wish I was ash blonde again, because I used to be ash blonde But in general, I don't. I want it to be white, but it's not like it's not static. Of course, everyone is going to have bad days. Of course, there's going to be days where I wish I had bigger boobs. But on most days, I'm quite grateful that I don't have that weight, because it turns out that having big boobs is really a nuisance, actually. Especially if you want to do things like yoga, and that's okay. It's fine as long as we come back to what you want for yourself and don't let yourself be pressured into a fashion fad that is just going to pass and is designed to make you feel bad about yourself, so you spend money on things that you don't need and don't even want, right? I don't want to wait. Well, don't make it gray. Then bleach it and film it so we can send it to Brad Mondo. No, don't do it. Don't kill your hair. I swear. I will do something. We do. We live through each other. Oh, why do men who let their hair grow better hair than women? What is that? Maybe I should try your shampoo. Maybe that's a secret. I should just try men's shampoo. I mean, I'm already wearing men's clothing, so why not? I should be getting pure white beard somewhere between 50 and 60, though. I need to go in a little bit. I got a warning. I got a bright red beard, and my dad did as well. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Yeah. This is just it's just my hair. It's I feel teased, like, because I want it to be what, and it's been in this. I feel like it's been in this mixed state for a long time. I wish I would just turn white, but alas, see, even I am not satisfied because I want it to be more gray. It's never enough, which is why we should not listen to society, because if it's not going to be enough for yourself, it sure as hell is not going to be enough for society, and it's ever changing. Not to mention that those we look up to use money to physically shave their jaws into a fashionable shape. People are mad. So it's you're not ugly, you're poor. They say, isn't that a thing? No. Also, you're not ugly. You're just not confident in your skin because you've been told that you need to look like something you don't. And that's not fair. It shouldn't be. We should value every kind of person and every face, every body shape, as long as you're healthy. As long as you're healthy, right? If you're having some kind of problem with your health, then either too skinny or too big is not good, right? As long as you're healthy, we should be able to see the beauty in everyone. And I always try, but if people behave ugly, that is a bit of a problem. I don't think you can be beautiful if your heart is not. I don't think it doesn't work for me, at least. I don't mind having lost my man boobs, but it was probably nothing in comparison to true boobs. Really? Man boobs are amazing as well, all right? You can get yourself a pretty bonita bra and it's all good. As long as you're healthy. I used to not carry myself at all. In short, low self-esteem. Beta personality due to nature of my traumas, but as I'm unraveling the roots, I'm somewhere better than I used to. Yeah, same, Lulu. It's a process. It's a process, and there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be moments where you feel like you have not made any progress at all. And you know what? That is a sign that you are not only alive, but that you still care. And if there's something that we need, it's people who care. And a misconception about emotions is for some people that you can have one emotion and turn off a negative emotion. It doesn't work like that. You have to feel all of it. It really doesn't work like shutting off one thing. So, but that's a whole other story. You know what, Jorna? I realized that I was a huge fan of Storm from the X-Men as a kid, and that connection only hit me a few years ago. So it's been in my heart for as long as I can remember that I wanted to be white haired. I guess I don't know. Look like a perfectly beautiful 52-year-old undergo cosmetic surgery only to look like a perfectly unhealthy 52-year-old lizard. What even is the point? Yeah, Chunks, exactly. And it's such a shame because I'm pretty sure that these people are just not happy. So it's sad. It's sad when people do that, spend money on literally mutilating themselves. Now, if you do a little bit here and there and it really makes you feel better, that's okay. But it really gets out of hand with a lot of people, and that's sad. My son is 6, and when I ask him why he likes someone or doesn't like someone, he never talks about their appearance. He always talks about kind and unkind people. We teach children to look at the outside, and that's a crime. I feel like that's really a crime. We can learn so much from the way children see the world. If only we took them more seriously. I believe you, Riku. I believe you. I'm much healthier now. I prefer it like this. Oh gosh, that's impressive, Millie. Yeah, and that's the point. If you now feel better, great. Uh, I personally don't correlate weight with health. That's not that's not the same thing. But happiness is no, happiness is more important than that. It's just that we've been brainwashed into thinking that yeah, I please be careful that the 90s skeleton look is coming back. Um, don't fall for it. Don't do it. It's bad. It's bad and it's traumatizing. Mm-mm. Storm is awesome. She's maternal and powerful and goddess in white hair. I loved her. She was my favorite. She still is. I think I haven't seen in ages, but yeah, that's isn't it interesting that I she was my favorite back then, and now I want to have white hair. I think that's fascinating. We know a lot more when we're little than we give kids credit for. I love how we can mix and match talks on traumas as well as antisocial society and laugh so much. We have to laugh at this point, Lulu, because it's all a joke. Life is a freaking joke. It's so serious, but also it's all a joke. We shouldn't take it too seriously. Only a few things need to be taken care of, and once they are taken care of, we can start frolicking and make flower crowns and just be happy and don't pay rent, because who even invented that? That person is an asshole. Sad, the skeleton look is back after a few years where it seemed to improve away from that. Yeah, and in those few years, women got too confident, and suddenly men realized that women really don't mind being alone, and that's a bit of a problem for a lot of men, it seems. That we actually enjoy being on our own. I would think, well, maybe I should change something about myself to make myself more pleasant to be around, if that's the case. But I'm not a guy, so Okay, thank you for being here, Jorna, and hope to see you soon. Be careful. My weight health correlation strictly has to do with knee, back, neck, hip, and feet pain. If everything didn't hurt getting out of bed in the morning, I would not care for a second about my weight. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, that kind of, well, pain is not healthy, right? Pain is not healthy. So in that case, yeah. But don't let anyone tell you you're ugly because of it, all right? You are not. And I want to say something violent, but I will not. I think you get the point. Don't you dare. Don't you dare let people tell you you're ugly because they see the outside of your skin and project their own fears and disgusted, twisted, internalized societal pressure on you. Don't do it. Or I will get angry. You know what Luke says. I will. But the thing is, I do it with kindness, and that is, it seems like it's a lot more cruel. I found a new hobby, which is if I like something, if I like content, I go into the comments to find like-minded people. But also, I like finding rage bait, and I start asking questions. And I am extremely polite. Oh, but how? What do you mean? Can you point me to where I did the thing that you were accusing me of? Huh, that's interesting. And what they don't realize is that I am not upset. I'm boosting the content that I like, and they are spiraling. You can see it in the words. I love it. It's really my new favorite thing. Don't you dare! Yeah, Riku, me too. Well, with the kitties, and there's a few select people that I don't mind, and I kind of love having around. But in general, people can really just go find themselves. Shrek movies, I've never seen them. Yeah, kind violence to me is showing people their own image, and it's really easy to do that. You just ask them questions. Do not interact. Ask questions. And it's a bit cruel, but also you're asking for it. Why are you rage baiting? Stop it. All right, I do need to go now because that one is going to crash. I am going to crash. I need to pee so badly, and I would rather not pee my pants on stream, if you don't mind. I'm not really into that stuff. Never seen or plan to watch Shrek. And read. And does a dog die? There are a few triggers for me. Oh God, no! In Shrek? Thank you for warning me, Lulu. That is upsetting. Which does remind me, before I forget, the coming Sunday is the raffle for the book club. If you have any recommendation of any submissions, you can go over to my YouTube channel and you can find a Google Doc over there, because I don't think you can submit books when I'm not live. I think SiriBot closes everything down, so nothing strange. I don't know. But if you want your books to be considered, please do that before Sunday, because I'm not going to add anything once I'm starting on Sunday. There's a jar. I put your recommendations, submissions on a post-it, and we do the raffle come Sunday. All right. Isn't being here always on stream? Oh God, Millie, stop it. I really need to go. I'm gonna pee in my pants if you keep going. Cuteness aggression is a thing. That is why everyone should hug a cow sometimes. Yes! It will change your life. Cows are so cute. I love them. They're big noses. But the reason I thought about the raffle is because there's a book in there that was submitted by Ox, and it's called Get in My Swamp, and it's apparently Shrek smut. So who knows? Come back on Sunday if you want to find out whether we're going to read Shrek smut in April. I kind of hope we don't, but we'll see. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. You're all good people, all right? I believe in you. You can do it. And we're not perfect. You don't have to be. In fact, people who claim to be are a bit sus. So, you be good. I hope to see you soon. And yeah, I love you. Don't forget. Bye-bye.